I think I'm ready. Can I start?
Yes, coach, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Destiny Life Coaching, for this opportunity. And thank you for your audience. So, I've been requested to do an inspirational talk, which I'm intending to do for the next few minutes. And one of the things that I really want to focus on in this inspirational talk is the issue of time. We all understand and we all know that purpose is all about a lifetime. And one thing that we've always forgot when we are living in our lives is the issue of time. And one thing that I have understood over time is how casual we approach the issue of time and how we think that we are always having all the time to do whatever we are meant to do. But in real sense, I would want to say and want to tell us and also to emphasize that we don't have the time. When we were much younger, we've always thought, maybe when I grow much older, when you're in the early 20s, you think when I get to my mid 20s, when you're in your late 20s, you think like when I get to my mid 30s, I will be doing ABCD, XYZ. And one thing that we are always forgetting is that life is leaving us. And what it means by life leaving us is time is leaving us. Like we don't have that time to always, try and error things. We don't always have that time to waste. Like we don't have the time to be casual about time. And another thing that I've come to realize, and all of us can conclude, is that time rushes so quickly. It's easy to think that you have time until you look back and you're like, oh God, what did I even do with the time that I had? Like what impact did I put in the time that I had? And it's easy to always think I'm still young until you're hitting your 40s, until you're hitting your 30s, until you're in your 60s, until you are at your deathbed in your 80s and in your 90s, and you're wondering, what exactly did I do? What exactly did I do with that time? And when it's too late is when we start thinking, I wish I had more time. Whereas when we had the time, we thought there is still time. And I started thinking about it and I realized most of us have been conditioned, we've been conditioned so much to think there is always time. We've been conditioned to always think there's always be opportunities. We've been conditioned to always think that the future will still come. And we are forgetting that today is the future that we thought probably 10 years ago. Like today is the future that we thought 5 years ago. And it got me thinking that today is the future that I was thinking the last 10 years ago. And that calls me into action. That awakes me into action. That awakes us into action. We need to stop the thought of thinking that we are here forever. We need to stop the thought of thinking there's always time. We need to stop thinking that 10 years from now is quite a long time. I shall have done A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. And if we are to look at the Holy Scripture, about what the Scripture talks about us, human beings. It says that we are like grass, grass that appears today and it withers and then it's taken and burnt and it's burnt into ashes and it's no longer existing any longer. And when you look at the characteristics of grass, honestly, grass grows so quickly, especially at the rainy season. You will realize grass grows so quickly. When it starts raining, the rain hits the ground. Within 2-3 days, grass has started showing up. Within a week or two, the ground is forever covered now with grass. And then we think within a month, when there is good sun, the grass is completely burned. The grass, maybe the children have played on it and it's no longer existing. And I took that concept into our own lives and realized, we are not fresh forever. We will no longer, or we will not always have this grace and this strength and these opportunities and these ideas, and this concept and this opportunity for such meetups for us to implement whatever we are meant to implement. We're just here for a very short while. We'll just appear so green, so fresh, so welcoming for a while. But what will happen when those time comes, when we're no longer existing? Will our impact still be felt? Will our purpose still be felt? And then another concept the scripture also records and tells us is about how we are like vapor. And we all know, vapor just appears for a while and then it either condenses back into water, or maybe it disappears completely. And that whole concept revolves around how temporal life is, and or how temporal this time we have is, or how temporal the purpose at times can be. And it's so unfortunate that we don't get to realize this until it's too late, and until we no longer have the time, until life has so much left us, until energy has so much left us, until time has so much left us, is when we want to awake. And so what I would just love to inspire us today is, wherever we are, at the current situation that we are in, at the current life stage that we are in, whether in our 20s, our 30s, our 40s, our teens, in our old age, that time that is left, let us awake with energy, let us awake with excitement. Let us arise and utilize that time, because the whole concept of thinking that we have time is not true. It's just something that we've been conditioned into. But in real sense, if you are to critically analyze it, you will realize there is no time. There is no time to waste. There is no try and error. And if there is try and error, is you try today. If it has failed, we move. There is no time to live in regrets. There's no time to go back. There's no time to go back and live in the past. It's moving forward, because purpose is calling, time is leaving, and life is leaving us. And so the earlier we arise into purpose, and the earlier we arise into the knowledge and understanding that we don't have the time, the earlier we will implement whatever we are meant to implement, and how easy we will walk into our purpose. That was my inspiration talk today. Thank you so much, guys. See you at the breakthrough rooms. Asanteni.